Hello cellos! Today we're going to be learning how to play the B minor scale on the cello, and as with most minor scales, these do involve some shifting on the cello and also sometimes a different fingering going up and going down, and that is something we find more on the cello than on the upper instruments. So let's get started. We're going to go ahead and do the fingering that is in the Habits of a Middle Level String Musician book. With some of the minor scales, there's some different options for fingering. So if you are taking lessons and you're practicing this scale in your lessons and your teacher advises a different fingering, you can go ahead and go with what your teacher recommends. Often there are several possible fingerings that are equally acceptable on cello. It's just a matter of deciding where you want to do the shift and which positions to use. So in the Habits book, we are going to go ahead and do the 1 octave fingering, and I'd like you to notice that the 2 octave fingering is a different fingering than the 1 octave fingering. So actually for the bottom octave, they're advising a different fingering if you're going to go 2 octaves. So if you'd like to practice your 1 octave scale with that fingering just to prepare you for what's next, you certainly can do that, but just know that if you're doing the 1 octave fingering, it is just a little bit simpler, and it makes sense for the 1 octave scale. Just know that you're going to have to learn a different fingering when you move to 2 octaves. So for the 1 octave fingering, we start in first position with an extension. The note is B, second finger on the G string. So then we play C sharp. D natural is always natural in B minor, so open. And then we're going to go first finger, third finger, and then for our raised 6th note G sharp, we do first finger in third position. And then we have A sharp, which is third finger, and then B. And then going down, we do second finger. We've got first finger extension, and then third finger again. First finger, open, extend. Now one variation of this that you could do, you could go back to first position here and do fourth finger for the G natural instead of the extended first finger. It would also work. And then just remember that those notes that are different for B minor, ascending, we have the G sharp and A sharp, whereas descending, we just have the 2 sharps that are in the key signature, F sharp and C sharp. We never have D sharp for this one. If you wanted to prepare yourself for the 2 octave fingering, that would look like first fingers to start, so second position, and then 3, 4, no extension, and then we're in first position. Then we go extension because we're going to go to half position on the A string instead of going up on the D. So that is an extension with F sharp and G sharp, and then A sharp is back here. That puts you in half position, and then the next octave you'll go up from there. And then coming down, if you're there, you go open. That's a little bit more like the D major fingering. So if you want to do that fingering, you're welcome to, but I think the one where you're shifting up on the D string really works nicely for the 1 octave scale. So let's go ahead and try playing it with a beat. We're going to do 2 beats per note. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Let's try the other fingering. So first finger, 2, ready, and. those two fingerings, you just decide which one is the most comfortable for you at this point. The one where you're shifting up on the D string, I think is a little bit more idiomatic for the 1 octave scale. However, there's nothing wrong with doing the other fingering because that's what you'll be doing if you decide to play the scale up another octave. And if you're ready to do that scale up another octave, you're welcome to check out the 2 octave B minor video, which is on the website. So good luck with B minor. Make sure that you're being very careful to tune the notes as you go, and then really learning what the minor scale is supposed to sound like when it sounds in tune. And that'll help you to tune up your next minor scales that you work on. Good luck.